In a previous video, I introduced the Olsen laser-guided croquet swing trainer system and demonstrated how to set it up and use it indoors. The setup I described in that video wasn't designed for hitting balls, just for practicing the swing. In this video, I'm going to explain how to set up the system to practice actual croquets and hoop running, either indoors in a hallway for example, or outdoors. It isn't suitable for use in full sun because the laser isn't bright enough, but it works well on an overcast day or in the shade. The laser is placed closer to the player than for the indoor setup, which increases its brightness. This is the setup. The laser and a mirror are placed on a board that's raised up about 150 millimeters or 6 inches above the ground, so a ball can pass underneath. 2 bricks can be used each side, or the board can have timber supports attached each side. You'll be shooting under it from around 1.2 meters or 4 feet, so it doesn't need to be very wide, unless you're a really bad shot. An ideal size for the mirror is 600 millimeters or 2 feet high by 350 millimeters or 14 inches wide. Once it's set up, you first practice your swing, trying to keep the mallet on the laser line. You then shoot when you're ready. I'll first describe the setup of the system using the old laser that I used for my first video, plus some other very basic equipment that most people will have lying around the house. I'll then describe the system using the miniature hinged laser that I just received from Temu, plus a very simple support board that is easy to make. Here's the equipment you'll need for the basic setup. The laser, a board with a line down the middle, 4 bricks or else wooden supports, and a mirror. I just grabbed a mirror off our wall and put a hinged stand on the back of it. Don't tell the wife though. I'm demonstrating the system in my shed, which is 9 meters from ball to target, only because it's a bit easier to see the laser line on the video. First you put the laser in front of the target, shining back at the desired shooting position. On a lawn you might put it at the peg facing the side boundary. Next you move your mallet onto the laser line and mark the position where you need to shoot each ball from. You need to attach a strip of white electrical tape to the mallet or a piece of paper held on with rubber bands to make the laser line easier to see. You then put the board in place and tilt it facing the target so that you can line up the line on it with the laser line. Double check the line position. Now position the laser near the edge of the board and face the laser line at your mallet. Stick some black electrical tape or similar over the top half of the laser window so the beam comes to the top of the mallet but doesn't shine in your eyes when you line up. Next, put the mirror behind the laser. Its orientation isn't critical, but it's easy to line it up straight if you like, using the line on the board. You're now ready to start practicing. Now I'll describe the system using the new hinged mini laser and a support board that you need to make. The laser is an absolute gem. 50 by 70 by 70 millimeters, which is 2 inches by 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches. It literally fits in the palm of your hand or in your pocket. It always displays both the vertical and horizontal beams, but that's not a problem. It has a rechargeable battery, but you can also run it on standard AA's or rechargeable AA's. Once again, cover the top part of the laser window with black electrical tape to protect your eyes. The support board that you need to make looks like this. It has 2 aluminium angle brackets that hold the laser, a little bracket at the back for the mirror leg to rest against, plus a couple of side supports. I hinged them to make it more portable, but the simplest would be to just screw and glue them on permanently. They're 125 millimeters or 5 inches high to allow for minor bouncing of the ball. Setting the system up is much simpler than with the other equipment. You put the support board down and sight along the line to aim it roughly at the target. On a lawn, that might be the peg. You then put the laser down pointing at the target and move the board slightly if necessary to line it up perfectly. You then simply reverse the laser and put your mallet on the laser beam on the other side and mark the position, and you're ready to go. I recommend filming yourself while practicing so you can analyse your strokes later. If your phone has a high frame rate setting, use it. Modern Samsung phones can record at 240 frames per second, which is great. If you want to practice hoop running indoors, then you'll need one of these. It's just a standard hoop with the carrots cut off, a huge block of lead melted onto the top, and some triangular steel plates welded onto the bottom with spikes sticking out of them. It weighs 12 kilograms or 26 pounds. You can run hoops like the Egyptians do, or play hard jump shots and it doesn't even notice. To practice long hoops, you set the equipment up in front of the hoop. That doesn't work for short hoops as the mirror hides the hoop, so you put the hoop in front of the equipment. To show you what the laser line looks like if you were setting it up outside, this is the sort of day it is today. Overcast and about an hour before sunset. This is the laser shining on my hand from 10 metres away. This is the laser on the shed from 10 metres, and this is the line on my mallet from 10 metres. So increasing to 13 metres wouldn't be a problem. See the first video for full details of which laser to buy. It needs to have a green beam, be self-levelling and be rechargeable. They can be bought for around $25 Australian. Enjoy your practicing.